to celebrate the launch of our crazy dream of trying to buy that property. We're going to spend the next few days having some Beaver fact sessions, and at the end of each video will be the fundraising plea again. So bear with me as we spend the next 30 days begging, pleading, and hoping that we're able to accomplish our goal of buying that property. So just starting off with our beaver facts on some fun basics. So beavers are the longest lived rodents next to the naked mole rat. Naked mole rats are those tiny little rodents that live in these communal societies that are very similar to bees or ants, and they live underground, they're blind, and they are the longest lived rodents. But second to the naked mole rat are beavers. Beavers can live on average 25 years. And they are very slow to mature, and they need a lot of time with their parents and their family and their colony to perfect everything that they need to do to survive. And it also takes them a long time to reach reproductive maturity. It is believed that by the age of 2, they're starting to produce some hormones, and there has been some studies that have suggested that a female beaver could get pregnant at the age of 2, but this would be incredibly rare. It is more likely that they have their first successful kits probably between the ages of 3 and 6. And so they need a long time, again, not only to mature, but also to develop all of their skills needed to survive, and then of course the skills needed to raise kids. And so beavers are also the second largest rodent next to the capybara. So beavers are second to the capybara. They average 50 pounds as adults. The modern record for a beaver that was trapped up North America somewhere, I'm not sure exactly the state or if it was in Canada, was 110 pounds. It is not uncommon for beavers to reach 75 pounds. Beavers are pretty darn big, and especially when you see them up close, you realize how big they are. So they're incredibly long-lived, they're slow to mature, they're very large, and all of this points to, and they live in incredibly complex societies. And so all of this is indicative of a species that needs a lot of time to perfect and learn. It's not just based on instincts. So another fun fact about the fur, their fur is very thick. It is not quite as thick as a sea otter, but it's pretty close. And their fur was the reason why they were almost trapped to extinction, because this fur was used to actually create felt hats. And that was the primary driver of their fur, was to be able to create felt hats. Their fur, you cannot see their skin, even no matter how hard you try to part the fur, you will not see their skin. And this undercoat is dry. They oil the outside guard hairs of their fur, and water just rolls off of them, and their skin, they never feel wet on their skin. And so this is a very important adaptation for them, being a semi-aquatic mammal. And then for the final fun fact, you take a look here, and Sprout, you're being so good. Beavers have what is known as a preening toe, and that's this toenail right here is split, and they use this as a comb. And the beavers groom their fur constantly. It's critical to their well-being. It's critical to keep this waterproof, and so they actually have a built-in comb to help them ensure that they don't have any matting of fur. And Sprout here is almost 6 months old and still very much a little mama's kit. Sprout, its favorite thing to do besides cry and eat and explore is to take a nap. So always happy to oblige. Anyway, stay tuned for tomorrow where we'll have some more beaver facts. And again, I'm gonna be repeating our plea for the fundraiser at the end of these videos. Thanks. Hi everyone, Sprout and I have a really big ask. Just down the street from our nonprofit, Something Wild, this amazing property has come up for sale. And this is a very special and unique opportunity to expand Something Wild. It's currently being used as an Airbnb and it's ready to go. And we are thinking this could be a place for visiting researchers, interns, volunteers, but more importantly, an opportunity for any of you to come here on a nature retreat. If you look behind me, there's 10 acres of pond back there. It's going to be the perfect spot to release beavers. And if you come here and stay, and you'll be able to see beavers in their natural habitat, and potentially even help us as a volunteer with our nonprofit Something Wild to help us raise these animals. This is the big ask. We need $380,000 in 30 days. And it sounds crazy, and I'm not sure we can do it, but we believe in all of you and all of our supporters. And if you share this video far and wide, and if everyone just gives $1, if we can get this shared, then everyone, this place, can be here for forever and be a wonderful spot for beavers, a great place for a nature retreat for anyone who wants to come visit and expand the public face of our nonprofit. So again, really appreciate all of you. Do it for Sprout, if nothing else, and I believe we can make this happen. Thank you. This is the front of the cabin property, again, that's being used as an Airbnb. The inside is beautiful. I'll show you some photos. They are doing some, there's some contractors here doing a little bit of work, which is good. This cabin was built in the 1960s out of cypress. And then there was the addition on the back side. And there are 6 bedrooms, I believe. I will get those exact numbers, but there's several bedrooms, bathrooms, and 2 different kitchens. And so technically you could actually separate it off into a couple of different living spaces. This is the cabin, and there's a beautiful porch for overlooking the ponds. So this is the back pond lake, and then this is the front one. This property is over 10 acres of water, and the rest of it is enough land for the cabin, which is being used as an Airbnb. You can see it up there. And so tons of great opportunity for wildlife watching, bird watching, beaver watching, otters, fishing, hiking. Just an incredible piece of wilderness. On this back pond there is a cabin that has electricity and water, but it is still empty on the inside, although there is a fireplace. But this would be a pretty amazing beaver nursery building. So this is the little fishing cabin that sits on the back side of the pond. This could be a pretty amazing animal care space, or a nursery where we could have our baby beavers and volunteers to come help. So there is a lodge in those cypress trees making an island in the middle of this pond, and they have seen beavers coming in and out of it. You can see some beaver activity. So we already have quite a few beavers living in these ponds. This is a a pipe that connects this pond over to this pond, and we have a population of beavers that are living here, and they continue to cause some trouble with this particular pipe, which raises the water levels. So this would be a perfect spot to do a beaver deceiver device and be able to show it off. So pretty. Absolutely beautiful wilderness.